Hello, hello, hello. Hope everybody can hear me. What's going on? What's going on? Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Listen. Hey, Derry B, what's going on? How you doing? Happy New Year to everybody who I have not talked to or had a chance to send a message to. Let me see. I got my home girl up here. We're gonna sit and get into this thing real fast. We ain't gonna be up here too long. Hey, Tamika, can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Oh,
Hey,
wait a minute. I think my volume down low or something. Hold on.
I can hear you. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, it's either me or you, but one of our volume is down low. Let me see. Okay. Can y'all hear me in the chat? Am I loud enough? Because I didn't hear Tamika too well. Derry or hey Barbara, one of y'all tell me if y'all can hear us.
I can hear you.
Okay, now I hear you better now.
Okay. I
Okay, it was
think it
yeah,
was
some
turned
stuff, yeah.
down.
I don't know if it was my volume or yours. One of it was real faint. Yeah. You know how it is. You know how it is with the technology. And
Hmm.
it seemed like our technology just don't want to work for us when we decide to go live.
I know it always be something.
Yeah, because actually it seemed like every time I want to go live, that's when the computer says they want to do some damn update or for me to
Hmm.
reboot and all of those stuff. It's always happened. I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, chat. But oh, you can
Hmm.
hear us, Barbara. Good, 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 good.
Okay.
Okay. Yet, well, first of all, how you doing? Before we can get into this thing, how you doing?
I'm hanging in there. Y'all know how I go. Making my
Yeah,
way.
yeah. That's all I'm doing. Just hanging in there. The
Hmm.
day, the day is one of them days where I'm not in a bad mood, but I'm just, how you just going through it, going through the day. That's how I feel today. So, hey, Candy, what's going on? Now, Barbara, Candy, Derry, did y'all look at this Squid Games? Did y'all see the first one at least? Or at least the second one? Did y'all see it? 'Cause this thing is so crazy. Now, I didn't review the first one, but I said, but I called you to me. I said, girl, this thing is crazy. And then I said, well, all right, let me just talk real fast. Even if we up here only for a short time, I just had to get the crap off my chest because it was irritating me. It was just really irritating me. What you think about the Squid Game, just overall, seasons one and two?
Well, I loved season one. I think season one caught everybody off guard, and I wasn't really expecting like when they announced it was going to be a season two. I was happy and excited and looking forward to it, but I also wasn't expecting it to be as good as one because I feel like a lot of times it's not usually when you get it other parts of a movie or a TV show. I don't think some are the exceptions to the rule, but most times they don't get that same magic that they had in season one. So I just was kind of curious which way they was gonna go, and it was like I won't be shocked if it's not as good as season one. But I was already pissed off, and we talked about this behind the scenes.
I was
When
already
4,
pissed.
5, 6, I was pissed off with him at the end of season one because I was trying to understand why you ain't getting on this damn plane, why you not going to your daughter, and I just
Just
didn't know what he thought
irritation.
he was gonna do anyway.
Just
So that was
irritate.
really.
Torian, did you
Hmm.
watch this? I should have sent you the link. Did you watch
Hey,
the
Torian.
um? Because I know if Torian said he got a whole lot to say about it.
Man, yeah, it was annoying me, and it's funny too, y'all, because I've seen some things like the creator of the show has been doing a lot of interviews and stuff, and he was talking about how he shopped around this idea for Squid Game in the story for like 10 years, and all he kept hearing was no's, and then he finally got a yes, and finally, he had this season come to Netflix. So I said, well. That's something telling you never give up on your dreams. Because I think if I would have been hearing no for 10 years, I would have been like, well, forget it already. Right? But
Mhm,
he finally
mhm,
got it. And I think he more
mhm.
so just wanted it to be like a limited series. He really only had one season in mind. But then it
Right.
blew up so big that it was like, no, we need
Across
more.
the world, not just this
Hmm.
country. I'm talking the
Right.
world. Look, I think
Yeah.
the people on Mars is watching Squid Game. I mean,
Right.
they, shout out to the people on Mars. everybody is talking about this thing.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody has talked about it, and I
Yeah.
agree with Melrose. Hey, Happy New Year, Melrose.
Hi, Nara.
The season. Some people saying season two is better, but I think
Mhm.
one is better. Season two lacked the elements. I agree with
Yeah,
that.
I've seen mixed reactions. I see some
Yeah,
saying
yeah.
season two is better. I see, some saying season one is better. Some mad that they split it into two parts because
But it
again,
ended with a cliffhanger.
yeah,
Left us with a
and they
cliffhanger.
filmed everything all at one time, so
Yeah.
we're not gonna have to wait as long for the
No, they said
second
that we
half
might
of
get
it.
it maybe this summer, maybe,
Yeah,
or
I
maybe
heard between the
early
summer
fall.
and fall, but
Early
then
fall,
some
yeah.
people said Netflix made a mistake and leaked the date and that it was saying June 20 something. I don't know how true that is, allegedly. But either way, it's still not as long as,
Hmm.
what we had to
Hmm.
wait the first time around because they already did it. So that's a good thing.
Right, right, right. Um,
Mhm.
yeah, hopefully they won't take too long. I mean,
Mhm.
at least by the fall. At least by the fall. It don't have to come out this summer because you still got to give people a chance to watch it. So,
Yeah.
it's a lot of people like me. I'm usually late watching stuff. I can't believe I
Mhm.
watched it this fast because I'm usually look, y'all, I just got finished a week or two ago. I just got finished
Mhm.
watching Linus. And
Okay.
that
Yeah.
joint
Yeah.
was so good. Thank y'all for making me watch it, telling me to kept y'all just kept saying watch it, watch it. And look, I just got finished watching that. I'm still behind on the other shows. So some people, if it might take they might need the summer to get everybody caught up. Maybe by the fall, they will have it ready for I mean it's already ready, but just ready to release it. Um so yeah, yeah, I agree with these comments though that season two. Look, I didn't hate season two, but I thought it was too much dialogue going on. And I'm ready to see some people getting taken out. I was ready to see the people get taken out. Because
Yeah, I kind of had mixed feelings with the dialogue because on one hand, I'm like, well, damn, we getting less episodes. And I seen a few people
mm,
that was like, damn, in season one, we had already started getting into the games, but then it was like in season one, we had dialogue too, but you really didn't.
this was a build up long
Yeah,
before we
we
even
didn't
got to the
hold
game.
the people, so we was learning them in season one, and in season
Hmm.
two, I felt like we kind of was catching up, of course, with him and the cop
Hmm.
and everything like that, and that's fine. And then
Hmm.
introducing us a little bit to new people too, but it was kind of like okay when we getting into these games, but then knowing that he only wanted it to be one, but then he made it into two more and split it, it was like you getting three of the games in this half and then the other three in the second half because in the first season you had six games. So
Hmm.
I'm like, it
Hmm.
makes sense, but I definitely understand the critique was saying like, okay, we didn't
Yeah.
need all this dialogue. And there was
Right,
a
right,
lot
right,
more
right. But
annoying
I mean,
people to me.
I mean, it's not a bad thing because you get the chance to learn some
Yeah.
backstory on people. But I just, because we already
Hmm.
seen and we already know what the Squid Game is about. We wanted to get to the mess. We wanted to get to it. Torian, did you watch this?
Yeah, because the
Um,
games was the biggest thing that had people like, whoa, what the hell?
right, right. Okay, now this is a lot of this is some of the people. I mean, most of the people, the main people. And okay, four was it 4, 5, 6? That's the one who pissed us off the most because 4, 5, 6 was the main character. And, I'm not
Hmm.
y'all. I'm not gonna try to know these people's names. I can't even
Yeah, I know most of
half
them body numbers. I ain't even
I
gonna
just know the
lie.
number. Yeah, I don't know the name. I ain't even gonna try to pronounce it. I might say it wrong. I think his name is
Hmm.
Hun Ji Han, and I could be saying it
Yeah,
wrong. So that's
yeah, I
why I ain't
believe
gonna,
it's
and I
Jihan.
ain't trying to be
Hmm.
disrespectful to nobody, but they half of them
Yeah.
all look alike to me. So I can't even remember who's distinguish one from the next. But but 4, 5, 6 when he ended season, like you said, you mentioned that he ended the first season
Hmm.
with he's supposed to be going to LA, coming to
Right.
America.
Exactly.
Okay, coming to America, and he was gonna see his daughter. He done
Mhm.
dyed his hair red and all that other stuff. And he was ready to get on that plane or get ready to go through the airport or wherever he was going. And then he sees the guy who's the what's it say the salesman, the recruiter, what's it Gong Yo or whatever his name
Yeah,
is,
the recruiter.
and the
Hmm.
recruiter, and they see him. I mean, he sees him trying to get somebody else,
Mm-hmm.
trying to con somebody else, and he wasn't having it, and he tried to find the person, and so he just never made it to go see his daughter.
Yeah, that
So
ticked me
he
off.
and they called him on the phone because they watching him. They were
Mm-hmm.
still watching him after all this time. It
Right.
was like a year later, wasn't it? Wasn't it like a year late? Oh no, not yet. No, it hit not. It wasn't a year later, right?
Yeah.
Yes, it was. It was a
Yeah.
year later. It was
Yeah.
because it took him a whole year before he even started using the money and everything.
Exactly,
So
because he
it
wasn't
was a
using
year
the
later.
money. He was just depressed and drinking and sitting
Right,
around.
he drinking, yeah, and he
Mhm.
just had all that money. You see all that money that was piled up?
Yes.
It reminded me of like when Walter White had all that money piled up on Breaking Bad.
Hmm.
It just reminded me of that. Because
Hmm.
he had all that money. And so he ended up, and I ain't writing no notes, but my trying to remember my brain, everything. He ended up decided he gonna go back, but they was watching him and they said they called him on the phone, said, "What are you doing? Get on that plane, go back. I mean, go, go do what you're supposed to be doing." He was like, "No," because I guess he wants to try to save everybody else. Because after what he went through, he wants to try to save
Hmm.
other people. He want to try to stop the games, and so remember at one point. Now I know we might be jumping around because I can't remember everything scene by scene by scene. But do you remember one point he did call his daughter, and she knew it was him on the phone.
Yeah,
She
that
knew it was
pissed
him.
me off even more because that means this whole time you haven't even been keeping in contact with her. You calling and not talking on the phone, and she like, "Dad, that's you." And I was
Mhm.
like, "Are
She
you
knew.
kidding me?" I said, "You not even gonna say nothing either." That just pissed me off even more. Like you
Right, right,
putting so
right.
much into
Look,
so-called getting these people.
after what look, Tamika, if you and I had been through all of this in season one, we ain't coming back to do it again. We
Mm-mm.
not coming back. We're gonna take that money. So okay, what did the money amount to in? Was it $1 billion in American money? What was how much of the money? I know it
No,
was
I
some
think it was billions in their money, but in our money it was like millions. But
five
I
hundred
forget the
million or
exact
something.
number. Yeah,
Yeah, but either way, he would have been wealthy for the rest of his life,
yeah.
and he could have taken care of his daughter.
Hmm.
So I mean,
And
he had
even with
already
this plan that he had, you got this low level gang that you owed money to now working for you
now working for
to
him. He
help you
paid
look for
everybody
them.
off.
You didn't even go get high level people. I don't
Oh
understand
yeah,
like
they were
what.
goofballs. They were goofy. They were goofy. They were goofy. They were definitely goofy. Um, I got so many questions, and I didn't get pictures of all the people because there's so many people. So okay, but I just want to know what you think about that. Now we're gonna be just jumping around. So just we jumping around. What about the guy who is the captain of the boat? Turns out he dirty. Like,
Yeah,
okay,
I was
so do
kind
you
of
think
giving him
do
the
you think
side.
he worked for the front man? You
Well,
think he worked
I'm assuming in season 3 we gonna get more answers, but I was giving him the side eye, like all of
for
one minute
him?
you missed the helpful, one minute you found the cop John Ho, I think his name is,
Yeah,
in the water and you saved him, and we kind of felt like it probably was a possibility that he still could have been living. So we got the
John Ho. Yeah,
confirmation
yeah.
that he was right. He was, I think, first in a coma, then he finally woke up and he was a traffic
Because it
cop.
turns out that's his. Didn't that his in the front man his brother?
Yeah, that was the
Okay,
brother that he
so
had
he
been
shot him
looking
in the
for.
shoulder, and
Yeah.
I had a feeling. And you said to me when we talked behind the scenes about it, you said
Hmm.
you didn't think he was gone unalive
Yeah.
because we didn't we ain't seen no body or nothing, and he
Exactly.
fell over, and then he could have still had died because
Hmm.
falling off that cliff, he could have died.
Yeah.
But you said it's probably likely he didn't, and you was right. So
Yeah,
he
I felt like he was still going to be alive. So when we got that confirmation, I said, okay, he's still here. And then this captain now, you acting like you trying to help them, but then it's like you doing little weird stuff at the same time and seem like you trying to block them. So my whole thing is I'm wondering if he's just an outside person that works for them, because we know this is a big organization and they got
Mhm.
people all around. So I'm assuming they
Right.
got different people that work different places, But I'm also wondering if he ever participated in the games himself. We know he's connected, but we don't know
The
exactly
front
how
man did.
he's
Apparently, the
connected.
front
Yeah, the
man
front man we know he
won
did.
the games in the past,
Yes.
and now he is an evil guy working
Right.
in the organization.
Yeah.
Because actually, he won the games a long time ago. At some point,
Yeah, the front man we know he won. And I was even wondering because once we started getting a little bit more of his story and we seen his brother with their mother, she talked about how he had lost his wife and she had been sick, but it was strange to them that he never came to see her or he didn't go to the grave. So I was wondering if when he joined, in the games, was he trying to come up with money for her or trying to save her with her illness? And maybe because
could
he
be.
couldn't, I don't know. I'm just
Yeah,
speculating.
yeah,
But
no, yeah, right. That makes sense. That could
it
be
was
true.
just, yeah,
But
I don't.
that's the recruiter guy. What you think
Mm-hmm.
about? And I'm not going to
He's
talk
a
about.
psychopath. He was
I
a
was going to say I'm
psychopath.
not going to talk about what they did because I don't want to say it on YouTube, and plus it's actually traumatizing. But
Yeah,
that
that
was
was
crazy.
crazy.
That was
Mm-hmm.
crazy when he had
And
that.
even him going up to the homeless people like, "Oh, shoes. What do you want? Was it a scratch off
It
or
was
food?"
it was like a lottery ticket
Yeah, like.
or some
Mm-hmm.
food, like a bread or something, right? It was some like a sandwich or something. It was some food. I know it was. And like, okay, if I'm homeless, of course I want some food, but I also might want the money too.
Right. And him
I,
stomping all the bread out and
yeah, I mean, he was a psychopath.
yeah, he
He really was
definitely
a
was.
psychopath. Yeah, he was.
And then
Um,
come to find out, he said he was in the games too. He said he played in the games.
he did.
And wasn't it his father that he ended up having to take out? I think.
He
I
took out
think it was.
unalived his own father.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Yep.
yeah. He was
Yeah.
crazy. Okay,
He definitely
I'm gonna go through
was.
some of these other people. The guy on the end, number 390 on the top row.
Mm-hmm.
He was goofy, but
That was actually his friend that he
that
ended
was
up.
his friend from season
Mm-hmm.
one who he
Yeah.
asked him for some money, and he
Mm-hmm.
was a degenerate too. He was a gambler
Yes.
and a drinker and all that. Remember his wife in season one told him to told 456 not to go away from their restaurant or whatever they had, a bar or
Mm-hmm.
something they had. The
Yeah, he ended up losing his family, getting
he
a
lost
divorce.
everything. Yeah.
Mhm. And he was
Um,
trying to blame that on 456, but it was like, no, you can only blame but so much of that on me. That's basically, you and your damn choices. So
but 456 was shocked to see him because his friend,
yes.
because also
Mhm.
too he knows what's going to happen. So if your friend is
Exactly.
dead, and you know your friend is likely ain't gonna make it.
Exactly.
So and then we got 333. Is that the young guy who scammed a lot of people with some bitcoins or something like that, or something something where people lost all their money? Is that the
Yeah,
kid?
I don't know if I'm confusing them because I thought it
They
was
all look alike.
interesting. 333 and 222. I know they was boyfriend and girlfriend, and the girlfriend was pregnant. I cared about her a little bit. It
Oh
wasn't
yeah,
very many
222. Yeah,
that I
uh-huh.
was caring about, and I thought it was interesting that they boyfriend and girlfriend, and then the numbers was 333 222. That's why I see it in my
Right,
head.
right.
Um. So
Yeah,
yeah,
I
he
think
had
he's
did
one.
some
I
kind
think
of Bitcoin thing, and a
it
lot
was
of
some
people was
kind of
mad at him.
what you call it, like one of those cyber things when like big one of them. I might be saying the wrong word. It might not be
Hmm.
Bitcoin. It might be, but when people lost a lot of money
Yeah,
in a
they lost a lot of money.
stock
Hmm.
market type of thing or
Yes,
something like that.
yes.
Yeah, and so he had a lot of people mad at him about that. Then we had no, I can't even see my own thing. 388. That's the guy who was in the military, but he he seemed like he really didn't. I don't know why he was even there. I guess he everybody was there because they wanted money.
Yeah, everybody
They
want
was
this
in debt.
money. They all owe
Yeah,
money,
they was in
and from
debt and
one
they
thing
needed
or
money
another. Hmm.
for one reason or another. But he at that toward the end, he was really scared. Like obviously he had
Hmm.
PTSD from the military.
Yes, yes.
That's
He
what I was
froze
getting.
up on them.
He
Really,
froze
yeah.
up. Yeah, he
Hmm.
froze up on them. Yeah, but the person who is the hero tried to almost save the day is 120, the transgender lady.
Yes, yes,
Yeah,
yes.
there. Um, she stepped up. she was stepping up.
Mhm.
Like
Yeah, she was.
she was
But
she,
even with
she
that
used to be at
idea,
what she used
Inga,
to be in the Marines or something, right?
even with that idea, I understand the concept and what he was trying to do with no, we shouldn't be fighting each other. We need to fight the higher ups because, they're the ones that's in charge of this and doing all this to us and watching us on camera and betting us on us like we horses. I get that. But
Right.
how the hell did y'all think y'all was going to take over this whole facility when you know that these damn guards is more than y'all and
And
they're going to outnumber
they
you?
had the weapons. And
Exactly. I'm
listen,
just
they would have
like,
had a
what are y'all?
Tamika, they would have had a fighting chance if
Exactly.
388 hadn't have froze. Because remember, 388 was supposed to go back to get
Yeah, yeah,
the
yeah,
more
yeah,
arsenal, and he
yeah.
froze up. So one
Mhm.
two zero had to go up there. I know y'all people are saying, where are these people's names? But we don't know
No,
their names. I just know the
I
numbers.
get it, and I feel like in some parts they did, but then we also got to remember that this whole time, which is another thing that pissed me off, the whole time the person you depending on and you coming up with this plan with is 001. I mean 001, yeah, and which is the front man. Why would you trust a 001 again after what happened to you the last time? I would think that you would be traumatized and you
Oh
would be giving
yes,
him
because
the
zero
side
zero
eye.
one was the old man.
What
Right?
the
Wasn't 001 the old man?
Yes.
Yes. Yes, that's why he didn't even think. He did
I
not think.
would have been given that damn 001. I don't give a damn if I would have been wrong. As soon as you come to me with 001, I'm already looking at you like, yeah, nah, get the hell up out of here. I don't
Right,
want that
get the
number
hell up out
next.
of here. Yeah, he was supposed to be. Look, they let me go back to 456 real fast. He they got his number right away. Remember, let's go back to when they had the dentist
Yeah.
put a tracker in his tooth, right?
Yes.
So that
Yes.
the detective and
Mm-hmm.
the guys who was working for him could
Yes.
find him.
Yes.
They knew everything. These people knew everything. And you don't know
Exactly. They
you don't
found
know
that tracker and got it out quick,
the
fast, and in a
dentist
hurry.
the dentist could be working with them.
Yep.
It could be somebody in the group who the
Mm-hmm.
detectives, they could be working for them. The private detective,
Yeah, I agree.
somebody is working. Well, we know the uh the guy on the boat is working with them. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? Every we don't. It's This organization is so deep
Exactly.
that he have a fighting chance. They took his thing out and he was like, "Oh shit!" That was
Mm-hmm.
right at the first game. He was a
Yeah, because the plan was messed up from the beginning. Like him thinking he was going to be able to track them down.
mhm,
Then they thought that they was going to be able to follow him. We coming up with this whole plan, but they end up messing up their cars, shooting the cars up so that they couldn't follow him. They got the
mhm.
tracker out, and now it was like, okay, what you gonna do? So that's when he said, "Oh well, I'm gonna go back in the games." That whole plan was jacked from the beginning. Like
It was
I don't
Jack
know
from the
what the
beginning.
hell they thought they was doing.
Yeah,
They talking about,
they
oh yeah, we military people, and they in the
them guy. No, I think the guy who remember his partner got taken out by the recruiter. That guy,
uh-huh.
I don't know his name, but that goofy guy, I think he was solid.
Yeah.
He wasn't involved, but I think some of the people who with them, one of them is
Mm-hmm.
somebody is involved. They
Mm-hmm.
How is
I
it that
wouldn't be surprised. I don't
they
trust
knew every
none of
step
these
that
people.
456 was doing. They knew
Mm-hmm.
everything he was
They
going to be
did.
doing.
Mm-hmm.
They knew to put that tracker inside with the worm when the
Mm-hmm.
man was going fishing. They said somebody gave him that bait to go.
Right.
Yeah, it was just one thing after the next.
Mm-hmm.
What you think about number 7, 007? I wanted to beat the dog mess out of him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I
I don't
love
really
zero zero
like
007.
him. I believe his mother's 149. That's the only two I cared about was his mother and the pregnant girl.
Yeah, me
Everybody
too.
else, I really didn't give a damn. I feel like I cared about more people in the first season than
I
I
like
did the second.
120. The one two
Which one?
zero. The transgender lady. The
Oh
one
yeah,
two
she's
zero.
okay. Yeah,
She was solid. Yeah, no,
yeah,
she was for the
yeah,
business. She wouldn't
yeah.
got her.
She definitely
She was
was.
out there
Yes,
ready to
yes,
do it.
yes.
She was a
Mm-hmm.
fighter. She came from
Absolutely a
but
fighter. Yeah.
yeah,
But like I really was feeling like
well,
at times
well,
nervous for
grandma
them.
first 149. She started off
Mm-hmm.
kind of run off at the mouth. She
Mm-hmm.
she was just saying all kind of things at
Because I
first.
said, oh, damn, they got a mother and son there. That was a little different because she thinking she coming in to try to get up the money to protect him. And then he looking like, what the hell you doing here? She looking like, what the hell you
They didn't
doing?
know each other was there. They didn't know each other was there. Um, and so, but I didn't like how he did his mother. She was
Yeah.
disgusted with him, and
I
not when
didn't like that either. And
he
that's
didn't
not a
own.
lot. And the other guys was
He
getting
lied
that
about how much
too.
money he owed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I didn't like him, and
Yeah.
the fact that remember when they had to vote on whether to go home or not, he
Mm-hmm.
voted to stay. When the mother told
Exactly.
him to follow what everybody was doing, he
Right.
voted to do something different.
Mm-hmm.
And no, I don't care. I don't care nothing
Yeah.
about 007.
Yeah.
Yeah, he definitely
And
can go
that
away.
showed a lot too. Every time when they would go to vote, because again, 4, 5, 6 is thinking that he could just tell them, "Oh, well, I know what happened. I was here before." They turned that around and said, "Well, if you was here before and you won, then you know everything to do and you got the money. So how you gonna be mad and trying to stop us from getting the money?" And they keep voting to stay, talking about some. No, that's not enough. We still need more. But if you dead, you can't spend none of this. So I'm like, what are y'all really talking about here? Like, it's so
Right.
crazy how they really, ready to risk it all. Because even the times when they could have voted and went home with, the money that was there, they were still saying, no, it's not enough. Like, we
They
need
were
more.
saying because it was all
You
the people
saying
that was
one
there.
more game, but
If
you
you
may
split
be
it up,
dead.
yeah, but they said if you split it up, it's not going to be enough money for everybody. But
I'm
that's just
like, well,
being
if you dead,
greedy.
you still ain't got nothing.
Right, right. And they was willing to let people die. That was crazy. Yeah, that
Yeah,
was
I think
crazy.
that's the craziest part that they not thinking about or caring that other people could die. Because you would think after the red light, green light, and he tried his best to save as many of them as he could. You would think after
Hmm.
they saw that and saw, oh shit, wait a minute, this is for real, that they would have, changed their minds. But nope, they still just want to keep going. Yeah,
And
it's very
I'm gonna tell you, the guy
interesting.
named Thanos 320 and 124.
Oh, I couldn't
I
stand
can't
him.
stand neither one of them. I don't care what happened to them. I'm surprised they still survive. Yeah, I'm surprised they still survive. I don't care nothing what happened to either one of them. No, but oh well, 230 end up not. Well, I mean, it's spoilers if anybody. He ain't survived.
Yeah,
230 didn't
Thanos,
even make.
Thanos was up out of here, and I was
Yeah, he
glad
didn't
because
make.
he was
Yeah,
just a
he
freaking
was
mess.
irritating. He was always popping
Yeah.
pills, and he was talking.
Hmm.
Yeah, he was just doing too much from the moment the show opened up. He was doing too much.
Yeah, it's all
Yeah,
about greed, Candy Love.
yes,
It's
Candy is
all
so
about
right.
greed.
Look, that's
Hmm.
Tamika and I talked about this when when did our rewatch on season one. This story really is a deep story if you really, of course it got all the craziness of take unaliving people and all that, but it just shows what people will do for money. And people right now will do anything for money. People will beat up an old lady and snatch her pocketbook because they want money. People will do anything for $1 nowadays. So, and this is just now, of course, taking it to another level. But this really is a deep story. Really, greed is something else. It's one that deadliest. When one of the seven sins is like greed or whatever it is
Absolutely.
yeah,
And
that's
apparently,
wow.
the guy that played Thanos, I'm not familiar with him, but he's very popular. Comes from a boy band in real
Yeah.
life, so it
Well,
kind of felt.
all these people
And
are
on
actors and stuff. Some of these people
here,
work.
he was playing like a rapper, so it wasn't, too far fetched.
Yeah, right. Yeah, all these people are actors. They all
Yeah.
big in their country with doing stuff. I went and looked at people's the cast, and I was like, some of them did a lot of movies and a lot of
Yeah, the
stuff.
one that's the front man, I've seen him in a lot of things.
I've seen him before. I've seen his face before. Yeah, yeah. What we think about? Oh, okay. Oh, I do see the captain down there. His hair's just short. Yeah, I see him down there. Okay, what about the crazy lady, 044, the lady who was always praying to the gods?
I didn't like her, but
I ain't like,
I do feel like she picks up on something. I don't know if she's the insider too, but it seemed like she be saying things to the players at times that make me feel like it's more to her. But she was annoying me too.
She was, yeah, she definitely was annoying me. Yeah. Now I have a question about number. Let me see. Wait a minute. Who was number 11, and who was she to the story? Because she was unaliving people,
That was
and then
very,
they beat her up. Like what they?
that
I
was
thought
very
they was going to R word
interesting to
her.
me. Hey, Andre Harris, that was
I
very
thought they was going to R
interesting.
word her for real. I thought they was going to R
Um,
word her. Yeah, because
Yeah, I was scared that they was, but her story's
hey
interesting to
Andre.
me because we get in a different side with this, right? I thought she was gonna be one of the players too, and when she ended up being a guard, I said, "Oh wow, this is different. They don't typically show us too much with the guard because we seen that she was struggling. She have a daughter that she don't know where the daughter's at, and she wanted some kind of help in finding her. And then it
Mm-hmm.
seemed like she had empathy for the little girl that's sick that's there at the place where, amusement park or wherever, where she was putting on the little costume. And we see her get the
Oh,
card. So
that's
when you
her.
get the
Okay, see,
card,
that's
yeah,
thank you
that's the
for mine.
same
Okay,
lady. Mm-hmm.
okay. When they putting a costume on, the little girl
Yes.
showed. Okay, that's
Yes.
her. Okay.
So I was thinking that she was doing it to raise money, either to, help the little girl or to find her daughter. And I was thinking she was going in as a player. But then when we see her as the guard, I said, well, wait a damn minute. And she just deleting people left and right.
Left
I
and
don't
right.
I don't know
She
if
didn't give
she's
people a chance. Like
I
she
don't
wouldn't.
know if she thinks she's doing like a mercy taking out. I don't know what her angle is because they got pissed about it. They said, no, you're not supposed to take the people out because we still want to use their organs. But she says she's actually following what the guidelines are supposed to be and they're going against it. So she was like, oh, I'm going to report y'all. But then once they came in that room and, I didn't know what they was about to do to her. Then they,
Yeah, I thought they was gonna do something because the guy,
I
the way
don't know if
when
we
he's
gonna get more of her story in season 3 because I was like, wait a minute, what the hell going on here?
okay, no, okay. So let me ask this: the person who with the square is that's the person that's the like the supervisor, the main the main person
I think they might be higher up because some
higher
of them
up, and then the
got some,
triangle people
of
are
them
the
got
lower level people.
triangle, yeah,
Okay,
and
okay,
then some got the square. But
okay, okay.
yeah,
Yeah.
she was
And
popping them people.
she's a triangle, right? She's not a square. She don't have the
um,
square on her. I think she's
she
a
had the
triangle.
triangle, right?
Triangle. Okay,
I
because
think
I
so.
think so. Yeah, because
Yeah,
I couldn't. I'm glad you reminded me because I couldn't remember. Like, who is she? Why we keep seeing so much of her? That's right.
yeah,
She was
and
the girl
remember
at
they
the
even called her in. They said, "Oh, the front man want to see you," and it seemed like her and the front man was familiar with each other.
right,
And he
right.
even tried to warn her, like, "What are you doing?" They say, "You've been taking the people out," and she was like, "No, I'm doing what I'm supposed to do." She said she was doing what she been doing. So, apparently, I don't know. They had an issue with it now, but I was like, okay, what's her angle? Was she really, do she feel
Mhm.
like she's stopping the people from suffering, or she don't want them to be able to get the organ? I wasn't too clear on why she was doing that.
And then the front man, I guess I knew he was a snake. And when I
Oh
saw him,
yeah,
when it opened up, and I said, "Wait a minute, that guy looked familiar."
yeah.
Not thinking about the guy, I didn't even put two and two together. I guess I was slow because I was just. It took me a
No, as
minute
soon as he
before
turned around, I said, "This mother
I said,
right here."
"Wait a minute, he looked familiar." And then he's in there talking to them, and hanging out with them, and
Mhm.
he knew their names and all that kind of stuff.
And it was so many clues that 456 wasn't paying attention to because he said, "How you know my name?" And he was like, "Oh, I heard him." He didn't hear nothing
He
because
said
nobody ain't saying no
he
damn
heard
name.
his homeboy say that's what he
Yeah,
said. Yeah,
it was
yeah
so
he
many
did.
times that he slipped up, and sometimes I felt like he was doing it on purpose and playing in his face, like you don't realize that I'm, what I'm saying, not one of y'all. And then just seeing the number, like I said, once I would have saw 001, I would have already been looking like, nah. Last time I messed around with
Oh,
001.
and 456, his friend told he was getting ready to tell 456, and he
Exactly.
saw him unalive the guy. Remember? He was getting ready to tell him, but he didn't get a chance to tell him yet.
Exactly. He said
But
there's something up with him, and he was right. He was
mm-hmm.
absolutely right.
Yeah, and that's when I started. I mean, before then I put it together, but that's when I said, "Oh yeah, this guy, this the guy right here." Like So he did the same thing that the old man did.
Yeah,
The
because
exact
remember he
same
was
thing.
working right underneath the old man, and he's been watching 456 all this time. And his whole thing is he's telling 456, no, people, people are not what you think they are. They still gonna go for the greed, right? And they don't deserve anything. They trash. Whereas 456 is trying to go out of his way to prove to him, no, you got it wrong. We can be this way, and I can change them, and I can make people not want to play the game. And it's ironic that 001 is the first number, and then 456 is the last number, and then they going
Mm.
at each other. But he don't even know who the hell he is. He really thinking he's his damn friend. I said, come on now, that pissed me off.
Yeah, I know. Now, who do we like from this group or who we dislike? Now I can't even remember 246. Who was 246? I don't remember. I can't remember right offhand who he was. But
Yeah, I don't know if
but
I
from this
don't
group,
remember.
I do not like 007. I can tell you that. I do not like him.
Yeah, 007. I just feel like once he did that to his mother, I didn't care that much for him. I thought
Mm-mm,
that was a real
mm-mm.
sucker move.
Oh, let's talk
Um,
about the 222. That girl is pregnant and she looked like she'd do any day
yeah,
now. How come they
yeah.
didn't even notice that she was pregnant?
I think they know. I think they just don't care. She probably gonna have the baby there.
I thought
I
she was
don't.
about to have it in the bathroom, on
Yeah,
the floor. Or
yeah.
okay, when she took a long time in the bathroom and
Hmm.
149 came in there to check on her, I thought she was going, the baby had been unalive, like she had a miscarriage or
Yeah, that's what I thought at first too. Yeah, yeah,
something.
yeah,
Mm, mm, mm. Yeah,
yeah.
that is that's something else. Torian, if you want to come up and give your little
Um.
here's the link, Torian, if you want to come up and talk about it. Yeah, being pregnant and had to do all that's and they physical. I mean, even though they kid
Oh,
game.
246 is the dad of the little girl that was sick. He's the one that also worked at the same amusement park as 011 because when she first saw him through the telescope, when she was
Oh,
deleting
thank
the
you,
people,
Tandy.
she
Thank you. I
let
couldn't
him get
remember.
past that time.
I
So
was trying to
yeah,
look at his face and try to
yeah.
remember who he was. I
So
couldn't
he
remember.
in
Yeah.
there too because he's trying to get the money for his little girl. But I believe they took him out at the end. I don't know if he survived or not. We'll find out, I guess, in season 3. Oh
Okay.
man.
Melrose said, "Did the front man shoot?" Yes. Yes. Yeah. And is that the same guy? Yeah. You're not confused. It's the same guy.
Yeah, it's him.
Yeah.
It's him.
Yeah. The front man shot the brother in the detective in the shoulder, and he fell over off
Yeah,
the cliff or
because he
whatever.
was one of the ones. 246 was one of the ones that was left at the end um when they tried to go back to get the ammunition and they got surrounded by the guards. Oh man, that pissed me off.
But what
What's
That
about
going on,
the
pissed
Tamika
me
what,
off.
Angel?
what, what about
Hey,
hey
what's up,
Torian, hey Torian,
Torian?
wait a minute, real fast and I'm gonna let Torian get his piece in. What about we mentioned it, but that's what about that guy, the captain of the boat, and he was doing whatever he was doing, sneaking around or whatever. When he stat, shot
Mm-hmm.
the guy, that
Mm-hmm.
was crazy.
Yeah, he was messing with the drones. He had been doing stuff and he caught him and he ended up taking him out. And then the other guy
And,
come and he
and
told him,
throwing the
oh,
guy
go
over
back
the
to bed.
water. That was just crazy. Hey, Tori, look, what you think about season 1 or 2 of this thing? This thing is crazy.
Well, I binge watched season 1 right before season 2
I
began.
do too. Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
because I had
I
never.
rewatched it. Yeah.
Yeah, because I didn't watch it like when it was in the middle of the hype, so I just went back and watched it, and I was like, "Oh, this is a good show. I can see what the hype is now." Season 2,
Mm.
some of that stuff was kind of wow. I wasn't expecting them to do the red light, green light again. Now that I know that they're going to do it, that's always going to be their entry game,
Mm.
and that
The
was
first
clever.
game. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
gonna
and
be
that
the
was
first
clever
game.
how they found that tracker and took it out, and they put the decoy. They put the tracker in the bait, so they was all the way on the wrong island.
Right. But those guys are good.
Exactly.
The guy
Mhm.
who's the private detective or whatever he is, he's goofy. He's
Yeah,
goofy. He's really goofy. Like
absolutely.
you pick the wrong type of people to try to
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
help you, but
Yeah, he did. You would think with all the money that he got, he would have really went and got some high level people. I mean, if you're gonna do this, do it all the way. You found the little cheapest side hustling people you could find, and then really thought you was about to take down this big organization. That just doesn't.
No, what got me was when he told him, "Don't engage with the guy. Wait for me to get there."
Right.
And all they could think about was the money. And y'all engaged that man. That man, y'all deserve to get beat with that briefcase.
Right.
Yeah. They didn't follow directions at all.
No.
Mhm.
Yeah, Candy was saying they number 11, 011, she was taking them out
Yeah.
so they couldn't illegally harvest their organs.
Mhm.
So
That's
she
what
called
I
herself trying to
figured.
help. She tried herself
Right.
trying to stop them from what they were
Mhm.
doing. Because that's what they were doing in number
Yeah.
one, season 1. They were
I'm
taking out.
curious to know what's the other 3 games that they're gonna play in season 3. I think one of them is like human chess, but I don't know about the other 2. I don't know, but it's gonna
I'm
be interesting.
gonna be honest with you. That mingle game, that was the scariest game to me. When you got to stand on that little carousel platform and they yell out a
Yes,
number, you
that
got to
was
grab
crazy.
people to run to the door.
Okay,
You got 30 seconds to
okay,
do
wait a
it.
minute. Explain that to me. So you going round and round, they playing the music.
They
It's
playing the
almost
music.
like musical chairs type of thing, almost
but with a door.
with a
And
door,
then-
yeah. And then so
and-
you have
and-
to,
and-
but you
mhm,
only
and
could
then-
take so many people in. Like first it was
Yeah.
6 people, then it went down to like 4, something like that.
Mhm.
Yeah, and you have to have the right amount of people in there. So if they call for 6, you got
Exactly.
5, they'll kill everybody in there. You got
Right.
7, they'll kill everybody. So
Mhm.
it has to be that exact number. And you got
Yeah,
30
because you
seconds
see
to
what
do
they
it.
did with that one person, the guy looked through the little peephole and he saw him coming. And they took
Yes.
everybody out up in there. Because I think it was supposed to be 2 people and there was 3 in the room or something like that.
Mhm.
And
I was looking at that game, and I was saying to myself, I don't know if y'all asked yourself that either during the game. How long is this game going to go on? That felt like the longest
Yeah,
game.
it did seem like
It
long. It
did,
did
yeah.
seem
I was
long.
like, how many rounds is this game? I lost count of it because it was so many.
Yeah, it did seem long. I agree with you on that. And also with that game, the front man, the one that the 4, 5, 6 seemed to be oblivious to who he is. He unalived the guy because it was only supposed to be 2 guys in that room.
Yeah, that's when 390 realized and said there's something going on with him because he looked like, damn, you took him out without blinking a damn eye.
What, Torian, what you think about this girl that's pregnant though? 222, the young girl right here.
I'm hoping that she can make it because, like, now that they know that she's pregnant, they're going to do all that they can to try to protect her because because that's 2 lives in 1.
Right. I thought she wasn't going to keep have the baby. I thought when they was in that bathroom, like I was saying to Tamika,
I thought that's what she was about to do.
Yeah.
I really thought that's what she was about to do.
I thought she was giving birth right there. Yeah, she was. And what you think about the Thanos guy? He got on my
he was so dirty during red light, green light, and he pushed all of them over. I was like, oh wow. And because he took that little capsule or whatever it is, and that thing be having him tweaking.
It was like ecstasy or something, wasn't it?
I mean, it would be. I'm not even gonna lie. Some of it was funny though, because that man was all frolicking around like he was a ballerina. I said you could tell he was having a good time. He was having too much fun with that part.
Yeah, him and what's the guy's number? 124. They both got on my nerves.
Yeah, they was like tag teaming for.
Yeah,
I couldn't wait for him to get the hell up out of here.
125, the little kid, young, well, not little kid, but young guy.
I did enjoy when the front man got in between and whipped his behind that time, though.
Oh, he did. Yes, right. He definitely whipped his behind.
What did you think of? What did you think of the 6-legged game?
Oh, when they had to spin the thing and
when they had to go through go around the circle with their legs
and they
cuffed to each other.
They was playing different games.
Games.
Yeah. Because one of the games reminded me of Jack. See, I know you say Jack.
Yeah, that's exactly what I thought about. But I ain't gonna lie, I was holding my breath in parts of that game.
I was too. Like when I think that was the game right there that gave me the most anxiety because they had to do so much in that one game in that allotted time to get to the other side.
Yeah. Also too, that's spinning that top.
Yeah, it's spinning
I
the top.
remember those spin things to spin around like that. I remember those kind of games.
Yeah.
But that one would have gave me anxiety because it has to spin around perfectly a few times, and
Mm-hmm.
everybody kept messing that up. Everybody. And
Mm-hmm.
how you gonna sit there, Toya, and do all these games with all that blood all over the place? I was like, they just kept on going with all the blood. Nobody slipping and sliding on the blood. They just kept
Mm-hmm.
going.
That's what you got to do.
Oh my God. Yeah, can't, yeah, this how they was doing. 2, 1, 2, 1.
2, 1, 2, 1, 2.
Oh God. Yeah, it was yeah. Yeah, they say he was stalling during the yes, I agree. I think he was trying to mess them up. I think he was
Mhm.
deliberately trying to mess them up.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was acting like the front man's acting like he couldn't spin the top. He's done all these games, you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah,
So
because
he knows.
he said you're not gonna come in here and ruin my game.
But what you think about the fact? Okay, you say you watched the first season, and now so
Yeah.
you seen the second season. So
Yeah.
what you think about the fact that 4, 5, 6
Hmm.
decided to come back as opposed to getting on that plane and head to Los Angeles and come to America to see his daughter?
He trying to play hero.
Do you think it's going? Okay, what is our predictions for the third part? Do we think he gonna make it, or you think he gonna be unalive at the end when this
I
thing
think
all wrap up? Do we think 4, 5, 6 gonna make it at the end?
I think it's a possibility that he could make it, but if he doesn't, he'll expose everything before he dies.
Mm, yeah, that's a good one. But how he gonna expose it? Because they like they can get on the telephone and call nobody or
I don't
they
know that,
don't have
and I
their
think,
they don't have their cell phone.
and I don't know because,
I,
like I said, this is one of the
sorry.
most interesting. This is one of the most interesting cliffhangers because, like, we saw how it ended. And it's like, how is
Mhm.
he going to get out of it? What are they going to do now? What measures are they going to
Because
put
now
into
it's
place?
about to get worse because y'all tried to set it off, and that's why the front man want to show him, okay, you want to play games, we gonna play games. Now you losing your friend. I'm taking out these other people, and now the games y'all about to play
Yes.
is going to be
Oh
even
yeah, he's
harder.
gone. You
No,
know,
who really? No, who
390
really?
gone. That's his friend.
Mm-hmm.
No, what really got me was the guy that they told to go back and get the clips, and he
Yes.
froze up.
That's
I'm
what
like,
we
why
just
did you?
talked about.
No,
Yes,
Right.
yes.
I said, why did you freeze up like that? I said
Mm-hmm.
you should have got back to them, and they would have been able to make it through, but you froze
Yeah.
up.
Yeah,
He should have just
388.
stayed in the
388 pissed
beginning. He
me
was like,
off.
I got it, I got it.
388
He don't
pissed
got
me
it.
off. But I know he had PTSD probably from his
Mm-hmm.
military time. He was a Marine, so I can imagine that. But he froze up. But 1-2, you say what we want, but 1-2-0, she stepped up. He, she, whatever you want to call it, she stepped
And
up.
now, and 120 is
She
in an
stepped up.
interesting spot because they came back to the room, and
Mm-hmm.
now the workers are all back in the room, and they are there holding all those clips.
Exactly.
And good thing the grandmother, the mother, I call her grandmother, the mother stopped them from trying to
Mm-hmm.
pop off. They like, look, you're outnumbered, and right
Right.
now
Yes.
you are like the only person in this room that has that kind of training. And if
Exactly.
we can't, and the thing is, we need you here.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Well, the
Yeah, I feel
mother,
so bad. Like, oh man, they went through
that
all of
mother
that.
was very disappointed in her son. He pissed me off 007. He
Well,
really.
the thing is, when they were playing that mingle game, he was with his mother and he was pulling her, but he got pulled away from her so the other guys could get in so they could live, and she was stranded. And I'm sitting there like, oh my God, don't tell me they about to get her. Luckily,
Yeah,
I, no,
I felt
I
like
was
the
more
mother
mad
wasn't
with
gonna
him.
make it.
I was more mad with him that he didn't follow the group when it was time to hit O or X. X is to stay,
oh
O will
yeah,
be
Yeah,
yeah,
the.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I mean,
Oh,
X
okay,
is
I
to
see. Yeah,
leave,
I
X
mean,
is
yeah.
to leave, and O will be
yeah,
to stay. He went against his mother after she had
It's
a
yes,
conversation
it's
with
the
him.
greed. I keep telling
yes.
people it's that greed. That's
Oh
what it is.
yeah,
Dude,
Like
me, me.
yeah,
remember
yeah,
at the beginning. Remember at when they
Mm-hmm.
got there on episode 3 when they were running down all of their debt.
that's what Candy said.
Mm-hmm.
Greed played a huge factor in,
Hmm.
bo-
Exactly.
in
It
both
did.
of the seasons.
Absolutely.
greed is a big factor.
Because she told him, she said, you probably could go on without me, but if you don't make it, I ain't gonna be able to go on, without you. I don't know what that would do to me.
Well, the reason,
and he's not even taking that into consideration. It's all about the money.
Well, the reason I believe that greed played a big factor in this season, more so than the first one, is because in this one, in the first one, they could leave, but no one gets anything. But with this one, they could leave and they
they was actually offering them something, and they talking about, oh, that's not enough. I still owe more than that. I'm saying if you go on, it don't matter who you owe, your ass gonna be getting burned.
Yeah, that's right. And they was putting them right in the fire. You know what I'm saying? So here go the flames right here. They was putting them right up in there.
Right.
And it's so crazy how when they unalived you, they put you in this little box with a bow on it like they scared.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
It's very interesting though. I ain't gonna
lie. No, but it just shows in real life people are greedy for money. Money is the root of all evil. All evil is money. And now this is to the extreme, of course, but shoot. People in America would do the same thing. People in America would do the exact same thing. That's why you can't tell people when you got money.
I think they're supposed to have some different spinoffs in different places because they saying that
the
these
American
connections is all around the world. So they're supposed to have an American one and a couple other ones. I want to see it.
I can see an American version for sure. For sure. Yeah, I definitely can see it. Yeah. 390. He hung in there. He was solid with 456. That was his friend. Yeah. Even when he was scared, but he still hung in there.
He was ride or die.
He was ride or die, but
I knew his time was coming to an end when at the very end, when the front man came up and said, now you got to suffer for your consequences. And I knew immediately because he had the gun pointed at him. I'm like, if he wanted to take out 456, he could have did it right there. But when he said that and he did it and he didn't pull that trigger, I was like, oh no, I know exactly what
he knew it was going to hurt him more to have his friend be lost. Now you got to see the consequences.
He's like, I want you to. He's like, I'm gonna make you suffer.
How many episodes you probably gonna get on the next
one? He might, but I don't think he is.
I'm worried about 456, but he did this to himself. But I'm still worried.
He really did, because I don't know what the hell you just thought you was gonna come and take down all these top people by yourself. What a look.
I mean, I don't know how they were doing good for a minute though. They was, but
they were, but it's too outnumbered. It's too outnumbered. It's right. Just, and y'all was losing people, and y'all was cornered. Like,
yeah. I wonder how many episodes we're gonna get on the next one because we had 7 this season. So are they gonna do like another 7 or 8?
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure. I would assume it's probably gonna be about 7 or 8 for the second half.
It probably.
Yeah, I don't know how they're gonna wrap it up.
And it's gonna be interesting too because it's like this is the first time that we know it's seen as far as like as the audience seeing those games, seeing what unfold. So how are they going to deal with 456 because of what he did?
Oh yeah.
And 456 Torian did not pick up no clues that this was the number one, just like number one was the old man. You know what I'm saying? From the first season. So that would shock me more than anything was that old man. Go back to this. I called Tamika on the phone. I said, Tamika, that old man the whole time.
And I thought when I was watching the episode when they was pressing the X and the O and they didn't show, because I thought what was interesting is because when you saw everybody else coming up to press the button, the camera was at the front of them. So you saw their face, but I'm like, why is 001 from the back? What am I about to see here? I said,
and the name of the episode was 001. As soon as he turned around, I said, this mother effer right here.
I was like, oh, are you serious? I said, that's the front man.
Because I kept looking at it, I said, wait a minute, this guy's face was familiar. And then maybe as time, kept going, I said, that's the guy from the thing.
Yeah. That's because when we see him right here, his hair is pulled back.
Yeah, and he even combed it down, and he almost combed it in the same way as I don't even remember what his name was, but the friend that his mom owned the shop and all that was in the first season. He almost had it combed in the exact way that he was wearing his hair, in season 1. I said, oh, he real. And I'm thinking 4, 5, 6 was going to be giving him the side eye. When he didn't, I was like, really?
But you got to also remember, though, 4, 5, 6 doesn't know what he looks like because his brother.
He asked and he told him.
His brother, he never told him what he looked like.
Right. Yeah, I know he don't know who he looked like, but I just felt like Torian. I wouldn't trust nobody that got 001. You got
a point there. If you just got a 1 in your thing and your number, I ain't trust you. I know. But you saw all them people who was greedy, the ones who had the zeros. They were so greedy. Especially it was an older man. I don't have no picture of him. It was an older guy. And he constantly wanted to stay.
Old man kept going in. Mm-hmm.
He kept going in. He wanted to stay and get that money. But it was like they would have had enough money that even if they divided up, they would have had enough money for everybody. But
but the thing is, their debt was so high that they had to keep going in order for not only their debt to be covered, but so they could be good after they paid their debt off.
Yeah.
But let me tell you this though. One of the most satisfying moments for me in this season was can you pull the cast back up so I can make sure I have them accurate?
Oh, okay.
He was playing
when number 333 took out Thanos with that fork.
Oh yeah,
that was the most satisfying part for me the whole season.
I was like, yes. I was cheering. I was screaming at my TV. Yo, yes, that was very satisfying.
And that's when everything popped off in that bathroom.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, I was so into this. I was on the airplane coming back from Tampa, Florida. I'm on the plane watching it because I was like, I got to see how this thing gonna finish up. I said, I got to see it. I had to see how it's gonna finish up. I was, oh man, I was mad it ended at number 7. I said 7 episodes. I was waiting for the next one to come on, and it went off. Yeah, I was, But I understand they had already filmed the whole thing, but they decided to cut it up and make us. It wasn't really a season 3. It was really one season, but I think they decided to cut it in half, and we'll get the rest of it on that. And whenever they drop it, So I hope they don't wait too long to drop it. But I
think it'll be by the summer.
Yes, it's coming out this year. They already announced that it's coming.
Oh yeah, they did say this year, so it could be the summer or fall. Yeah. I think maybe early fall. I could see October or something like that. I could see it.
I'm looking for how they're gonna end it out.
Mm-hmm.
But what's so funny though is like it's crazy because because when all of that was going on in the bathroom, you had everybody that was in the area in the bed, and they're looking up at the thing and the counting like, why is the numbers dropping down like this? Why is all the money dropping down like this? Like, what is going on? Because it's not a game being played.
And so they had no idea. People walked out the bathroom.
Exactly.
And
4, 5, 6 already knew what time it was. As soon as he was looking at that fork, and he knew like, okay, now it's gonna be with they could come after us in here. We gotta stick together because they gonna be coming because we gonna in season 1 they had that part where they basically was eliminating each other. So
and he warned them about the thing that happened in the room in season 1 that they kind of started like a riot in there. He said he doesn't.
Oh yeah, remember that in the first season when that riot happened? Yeah, yeah. Okay, Tamika and I already mentioned. I just want to get your take on this. What you think about the guy who was the salesman, the recruiter?
Oh man, listen.
But don't use all the words that that were happy. But
okay, you talking about when he was going around passing out the scratch offs?
That part, and then also too when he ended up unaliving.
Oh yeah.
They were playing Russian roulette or whatever it was. Right?
They was playing rock paper scissors -1. But Russian roulette at the same time. But that part with the scratch offs and the bread, it was a test because he was trying to see like you're bums. He's like the test was for you to take the bread, not the scratch offs, and he's basically exposing that they would rather have greed than.
That's what I'm saying. How greedy this world is. It don't matter if you black, white, Asian, or whatever.
And then after they lost, And then after they lost on the scratch off, they tried to say, "Can I get the bread?" He was like, "You can only have one option."
Right.
It was only one person out of the people he was going around too that took the bread. Only one took the bread. Everybody else took the scratch offs, and every last one of them.
Because they figured, well, if I win something off the scratch off, then I got the money and I can do whatever I want to do with it. You know what I mean? That's how they was looking at it.
And he was so pissed. He took all that bread and dumped it on the ground, and he crashed out on all that bread. I said, when I looked at that scene, I said, I imagine that would be Detroit if those were some Hawaiian rolls.
If you crash out like that over a wild road, there's something wrong. And then and speaking on this same guy, what about when he said he unalived his own father because he used to be in the game.
Oh yeah, he used to be in the game. I said when he didn't, basically when he was saying when he found out that his dad was there and he said his dad was trying to get mercy out of him, he just looked at him and just popped him anyway. And he said that it was at that moment when I knew I kind of like this. I have the urge. I have the
psychopath. Yeah, he was psychotic. Yeah,
but he was good too when he told 456, like you could actually take the hammer when you got it and take me out. The thing is in my pocket. Just get the information. The fact that 456 was sitting there still playing it with him too shows us the difference in him from season 1 to now. That he don't give a damn either. Start off in his head now. Right. He got a point there.
Yeah, but also when he had captured the 2 guys and he was doing the rock paper scissors -1 with them, that was crazy too. And he said, "We're gonna change the odds. Instead of me putting 1 in the chamber, I'm gonna put 5 in here. So now you have a 1 in 6 chance of living." I'm like, "What is going?" I said, someone's gonna lose out on this.
Oh yeah, I knew they didn't stand a chance, and I knew that he had been peeped them out. They were so obvious. I'm like, what the hell kind of following is this?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he
had a lot of money though. He had to be a multi-millionaire, damn near billion.
I actually translated the money that is their currency into our currency. So he won 45.6 billion won. And translated into U.S. currency, that's around $38 million.
Oh, I thought maybe like 500 million or something like that.
Yeah, but then over there, their currency spins a little bit different, so you don't know how long their money might stretch. But he was he was giving out money left and right. It was nothing, and I'm not talking about like thousands a year. He was giving out tens and 20s and 30,000s of dollars. He's like, because I got it. And this man also then he bought that abandoned like building, and he built like a whole range inside of it and everything.
Right. Let's answer this question about Melrose. What happened to Detective John Ho and those men trying to find the organization? Well, that's going to be the number one question when season 3 opens up, right?
Yeah.
Where they
were still like working with the damn captain.
They were on the boat. When they on the boat?
Yeah, he was just basically taking them in circles. He wasn't trying to help them really find the place.
No,
he's down with them.
I believe he's in on it.
No, he is. They don't believe it because why would he throw the man overboard? Why would he take him out? He is part of it.
Yeah, I want to see more of him in season 3 too. We didn't really see that much of him in season 2. We seen some, but I thought we was gonna get
I want to know. I want them to wrap that.
They got him on a wild goose chase.
They got him on a wild goose chase. Exactly. Yeah.
That means when season 3 comes in, they're gonna have to like go all in.
Yeah, it
like,
got
really
to.
Like
and I don't even care how many episodes they had. They got to wrap it up real tight, you know.
Yeah. And I'm wondering if they're gonna show us anything of like when the front man actually played the games, even though we've heard bits and pieces. But I wonder if they're gonna have any kind of rewind where we see him, when he was playing.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that'd be cool. Yeah. I don't know. Victoria, what you think about the crazy lady? What's her number here?
You talking about 044? She reminded me so much of that freaky lady from season 1. Remember her?
Oh, that lady. Yeah, she was my last nerve. She was having sex with the man in the bathroom.
Oh, yeah. They always got a crazy one off the bunch.
Yeah, basically.
This lady was she said, I had to pray to the gods and see what the gods say. They was like, ladies, you don't hurry up the time.
She was a religious nut. The one in the first season, she was a nympho.
Right.
Right.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
yeah,
they,
but when I saw that, but I thought it was so funny. Did you see like when they was getting ready to play the 6-legged game and and they were all together because she was on that team, the first team that
And they
won.
had to slap the
one,
mess out of her.
two
Yeah,
zero
like
slapped the
like she
hell
was
out of her.
like she was getting ready to praise
Yeah.
her. They looked
One
back and
two zero's like
and they
bam,
yanked her
bam,
and they
bam.
yanked her back and all you saw was her head fly back like a pesticide.
1-2-0 said, look, we ain't
Yeah,
got
that
time for
part
that.
cracked me up. I would have
I
slapped her
cracked-
ass too. Like we ain't
That's
got time
right.
for this.
Look,
Right.
we only got a couple minutes left on the clock. We about to die. Oh, come on now. We ain't got time.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Did any of y'all get kind of like fooled a little bit when 456 was having the nightmare and they was talking about what the next game is going to be and it was going to be the one with the
Yes.
cookie and he said get the
Yes.
triangle and you looked at the
That's-
triangle and he was like
That's
what is it?
me.
When I
And
saw
I'm
that
like,
I
oh
was
my
like what
God,
are they
how they
supposed
gonna do that? Everybody
I was
goes
like-
down that one.
and I was like oh thank God that
I
was just
wouldn't
a
have been
nightmare.
able to
Like,
do that.
how they gonna figure that out?
Yeah, I wouldn't have been able to do that. You know what I'm saying? Because that was crazy. Yeah, he was having a dream. He barely was going to sleep.
Yeah.
He constantly. Remember on the first season, he was more little happy-go-lucky, goofy,
Yeah,
and
he
all
was
that.
definitely
This
more
season,
happy.
he was angry. He was
Well,
dark.
season was
Yeah.
serious.
And
He
he saw
had
a
a
lot of
completely
death.
different demeanor. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Amina.
Yeah. Hey, Amina, how you doing?
And that B was planted.
What was planted?
The B.
Oh, you think so?
Oh, can't you tell? That B was definitely planted.
The bee that flew in there and got on the girl's neck or something
Yes.
on her head. Or what?
Yeah, because
Yeah.
they saw because they didn't want because if it wasn't for that, I think all of them would have made it across that line.
Mm-hmm.
As soon as she moved and started screaming, she got taken out right early on. She was
Yeah,
taken out early
and I
on.
thought, and honestly, I thought she was going to make it. I thought she was going to go further than that.
Mm-hmm.
They fooled me.
Yeah, this is definitely.
It was wow. Yeah, I want to see. I don't think the military guy. What's his three? Is it 388? I can't even see what the number say. Yeah, 388. I don't think he's gonna make it. I think he's gonna be gone.
I don't think so either.
I don't think he's because who you think we was not gonna make? We know 390 is gone.
Yeah,
I think
230 is gone.
230's gone. I think 124. He needs to go. I hope he goes.
The recruiter is gone.
Yeah.
The recruiter's gone. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Is number 11 gonna hang in there? The one who
I'm just nervous for the pregnant girl and grandma,
Yeah, I just want
mama. I'm so nervous for them.
The pregnant girl
okay.
and
I would say the ones that need to survive is 120.
right.
They held it down. The pregnant one, the grandmother, the mother,
222, 149. Yeah.
Those three definitely need to survive for sure. I know y'all saying get rid of 456, but basically the show was surrounded around him. So 9 times out of 10, they're probably going to keep him alive.
They might. Yeah, he might survive.
They might. I'm kind of 50-50. One hand, I feel like
you
made it through the first one. You won. Now you trying to expose it, the second time around and bring them down. And I feel like
the front man needs to go.
He may not get to make it. But
now my question
we'll
is this.
see.
My question is this: who would you rather have take out the front man, 456 or his brother? Because remember, he shot. Remember,
I don't think the brother could do it.
His brother. Well, his brother popped him off a cliff. He had to take him out.
That's true. That's true.
I think 456. I could see him taking him out. I could definitely. It could be either one with them. I could see 456 doing it though. Yeah. Because now you done took out my friend too. What about 095? I forgot about her. What was her story? 095, the little young girl.
095. Let me see. I'm trying to look.
And then you got 380. They was just two young girls.
095. 095. I forgot what her backstory was, but she was the only one that accepted 120 as as a human being because because of their lifestyle. They were the only ones they built a bond. That's why when she got taken out during the mingle game.
Oh, that's right. In the game.
She got taken out during the mingle
because she said she could have survived if it wasn't for 001, right? It was
no, it was 333.
It was 333. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, 333.
Because when she was getting, because the thing is, she was a little, had some distance from the door, and he was closer.
Their
And when they was getting ready
hairstyles
to
are the same and their face looks the
he
same.
bumped
I
her.
get confused.
He came in and bumped her out of the way and closed the door. And the thing is, after 30 seconds, the door locks, so they couldn't open the door back up.
And they said, "Well, I could have gone out there and get her, but she wouldn't have made it back."
It wouldn't have made it back in time.
Yeah.
And then on top of that,
you only had a certain amount of time.
And then on top of that, it would have been too many people in there. So like you had to have the exact numbers. And then they ended up in the room with his pregnant. Well, I don't know if they're not in a relationship. I say his baby mom.
No, yeah.
Yeah. I think they was a girlfriend boyfriend, and I think he.
And then he started ignoring her. Yeah.
Because he was the one. He was the one running the crypto thing, wasn't he?
Yes.
Crypto. That's what I kept saying.
That's what it was. Yes.
Yeah, big crypto. I kept saying Bitcoin, but you know what I'm saying.
You know what Bitcoin is a cryptocurrency. So I mean.
Well, that's right. Yeah, he was the one that everybody was mad at because he got, he scammed people out of their money, I guess. So. I don't think he scammed people. I think they lost money because of like you lose money in the stock market. And so
he even told them, like, read the fine print. He like, I can lead you there, but there's a guarantee that you might lose. It's not a guarantee that you're going to win. Just like in this game, it's not a guarantee you're going to win.
This game, though, it's something else.
But man, they was mad at number 11 though.
Hey,
they was pissed with number 11.
Okay, Tracy said 388 may be a possible plan.
Who's 388?
Let me look again. I always got to open the screen up bigger so I can see. Oh, that's the guy from the military. The military guy. The guy who
froze up.
Oh, the one that froze up?
Yeah.
What? Yeah. Like that part, that made me so mad. I'm like, why did you freeze up? I'm like, I was like, run. Like, you got the clips.
It was something about him that I didn't trust when he said he was going to go back for it. I was like, no, don't let him go. I didn't know what it was going to be, but I felt like it was going to be something.
Okay, so Tracy felt that 388 was put there to befriend 390. Okay, I didn't think about that. That's why I like talking to y'all when we watch these things, because sometimes, I'm watching it, but then later on, now I'm saying y'all might be right. He could be a plant because he did freeze. But I was just thinking maybe he had PTSD from his military days, being in the Marine. So that's what I was thinking. But he could be a plant. That's a possibility. So do you think? Okay, Amina's saying that he might come out the game and play as an. So you think he might end up being part? He might end up being a front man, like.
I don't know. I see some people saying that, but I don't feel that way. I feel like
that would be dumb considering all the stuff he's going through.
Yeah, I think it affected him in a completely different way than it affected, the front man that we got now, who's also a winner. So they're like two sides of the same coin. There's certain things they got in common, but it's like opposites at the same time. Yeah. And that's why sometimes he seemed like he'd be looking intrigued with where 456 is going to go with this. And at the same time, he'd be giving him that like, you about to learn that it's not the way you think it is. People don't care about what you think they care about. They care about this money. Like he's trying to prove a point for him. I don't know if he's gonna come out and do it though. Y'all think so?
I think he. I don't know. I don't know. Sure. I mean, I
don't think that would make sense considering like his motive. Like that would go against why he went back.
I mean, I agree.
You don't jeopardize your daughter and all this. I would be pissed if he come out.
And your wealth. And your wealth.
And he lost his mama. Remember his mama passed?
And he did check on his friend, even though she didn't see him. He didn't go up and speak to them. He checked on the lady.
The lady who took it.
Fish market with the boy, and that boy got tall. I said, "Damn, he big."
Yeah, he grew up there, and at least he gave her enough money.
Yeah,
and she didn't live comfortable, rest of their life. So, and she didn't know where that money came from, but she took it down.
Exactly. I would have took it.
I would have been the same way.
Yeah, and she took the little boy in, and
I would have definitely took it.
Yeah, I mean. This whole thing is so crazy, but when I really sit and think on it, and Tamika and I talked behind the scenes one day about when we were talking about season 1, this just shows how we agree. Just Just
Yeah,
people. It ain't got nothing to do with white, black, American, or Asian,
yeah,
or nothing.
I
Oh
We
completely
are
yeah.
agree.
people. We are just greedy. And
Hmm.
now, of course, this is putting 20 on 10, but this show, but in real life, people,
Yeah.
I can see an American version of this. I
Oh,
can
Oh,
easily see
can
because
you
absolutely.
imagine what the
people
American
taking each
version would be
other out
like?
now with small things.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Yeah, people taking each other out now with small
Because
little things.
even the cop, when he's sitting talking to his mother, and the mother's so devastated, worrying about this damn son, saying, "Oh, it don't make no sense how he just disappeared like that and leave everything behind. How he not coming to his wife's grave, and yet he over here just in this damn world, and he ain't giving a darn about his mother or
Nope,
none of
Yeah.
that."
nope.
Mm-mm-mm.
Sitting back, he's sitting back drinking his drink. Like the here, right here. He's sitting back drinking his drink, ain't thinking about he's like, you can see he's a
And
sicko too. Yeah.
and forget playing his jazz box. He turned that jazz box on.
Right, he turned that little box on and listened to his music.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
I'm not
It's
even gonna lie.
crazy.
I'm not gonna lie. This would be a dope Halloween costume. This.
Yeah. I'm
That's a
surprised I didn't
Yes.
see more
and
people
it's
wearing
I'm
and it,
it.
and
surprised to
it's
see more
and it's
people with
simple.
this. Yeah.
And it's a simple costume. That's the best part. It's very
It's
simple.
very simple. And I think they do sell it. I think you can buy it online or something. I think they
Yeah.
do sell the
Hmm.
costume.
Even if they don't
So
sell it, even if they don't sell it, you can buy it in pieces. I mean, and probably wouldn't
Yeah.
even cost you much.
yeah,
Hmm.
right.
Yeah. I'm
Um,
surprised I don't see more
but I
people.
think number 11 ain't gonna make it. She's the one that's
Do
in one of the
y'all think?
smash.
I was
She
gonna
ain't gonna
ask,
make it.
did y'all think that number 11 was gonna turn on them now?
Yeah, that's what I don't think she gonna make it. I don't
Yeah.
think she gonna make it.
She's too much of a rebel. Like she
Hmm.
goes outside of the bounds of what they believe
Hmm.
of their code.
Right.
So, and then you saw the warning. I guess you could say the warning they gave
Warning.
her.
Yeah.
So yeah, and that was just the
I
warning.
thought they was
Imagine what the
gonna
real
do
thing would
something,
be. I really did. I
hard with
really
her.
did.
Yeah.
I
I
really
did
did.
too. I
But
did
they
too.
said, but they
Mhm.
said it. They basically said, if you do it again, that's what we will
Right.
do to you.
And
Yeah.
they cut across her face and all that stuff.
Yeah. I did think that her part was interesting because I really did think she was gonna be a player. And when I
Yeah, I
realized
did
she
too.
was a guard, I was like, well, wait a damn minute.
I
Okay.
thought she was a player too. I really did.
Hmm.
Yeah. Well, yeah, this show is so wild. I
And I actually
mean,
found out, that the actor that they got to play Thanos is actually a K-pop artist, like a
Oh yeah,
well-known
that's what I
yeah,
K-pop
was
artist.
saying to
That's
Eva.
that's
another.
what
Yeah.
That's
Tamika was
another.
saying. Yeah.
Hmm.
All of these people are
Yeah,
actors.
it fits. It fits.
They all they all they like stars in their country.
Hmm.
All of them got something going on.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, but and that's and like Tamika did say earlier when we talked about Tracy's mentioning it again.
Yeah.
0011
Just
is
yeah,
it was like we never really focused on the first
Yeah,
season. We
I
didn't.
just figured that she trying to find her daughter. She seemed empathetic to the sick little girl, so I thought she was going to be trying to get money for that. I definitely didn't have it on my bingo card that she was going to
I
be
knew
one of the
something was. I knew
soldiers.
something was up with her. Like she was going to be the one they was going to have to look out for when they was doing the
Hmm.
red light, green light game,
Yes.
and the guy got shot in the leg, and they said player so
Hmm.
was eliminated, and they went back and got him, and she popped him
Right.
across the line anyway, and it was like, huh?
Yep.
She said the game said he was eliminated, so I eliminated him.
Right. Hmm.
Mm, yeah, she was taking them out left and right. I mean, it make me not ever want to play red light, green light no more. I played it as a kid, and I definitely don't know what playing name is. I'm
Hey,
scared.
listen, hey,
Scared.
listen, hey, listen. You can play red light, green light, but I'm telling you this right now. If someone was to ask me to play red light, green light, and I see a little girl standing up there with a yellow
With that
dress
and
on
the hair spin
and
around and
spinning
all
all
that.
around. Now I got a
Um,
question. I got a question for y'all. Did y'all watch the show in English or in Korean?
English for me.
Okay.
Yeah, I
Because
watch it in
a
English.
lot of people saying that they like it in Korean because sometimes the English dub version is not that good.
Yeah.
Like the
Yes,
voice
I've
acting is
seen a
not
lot
that
of
good.
people saying that. When I watched season one the first time, I just read the subtitles. But watching season two, I think one episode I read the subtitles, and the other ones I did the dubbed English. But I heard
Yeah,
that
I
it's
didn't.
a
I
different
watched it on
interpretation when
Netflix
you.
in English. Yeah, I
Yeah,
didn't see it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I watched it in the English, but I've seen some people who watched it
yeah,
with
I
Japanese.
just
But the thing is, I don't even mind it. Either way, for me,
no.
yeah.
I don't even mind it.
Okay, which season had the best games? I think season 1 had some good
Well,
games.
we didn't finish all the games for
Yeah,
season
we
2.
didn't finish, but
we only got 2 new
well,
games for season.
that Mingle one was
Yeah,
definitely
that Mega one was wild.
took the cake.
Yeah.
And I think what was scary about that is because you're on this carousel, it's all nice and lit up, and then it stops. 6. Then the lights go out and it's all blinking and everything, and the music is switching up, and you got to scramble and
it
try to
gets
find
real
people.
dark. You can't see.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I just feel like I was more invested, or I felt more for certain characters in season 1 than season 2. But I was finding myself, I feel like I was holding my breath more in season 2. Like I was real anxious, like, oh God, what's gonna happen? What's gonna happen?
now remember season 1 with the one with the old the marbles with the old man.
Yeah, that part
that was
did.
a very
That
emotional
that part
that
did
was
me
intense
into.
because you had that one guy who snaked Ali.
Yeah,
he
gave
put
him
some
some
rocks in his bag instead of the
marbles.
That did
Right.
me in. That definitely did me in.
Yeah, and that was ready
yes.
for him to go.
But also the other, the other one, the one with the glass. Remember the game with the glass?
That was crazy. Yeah.
Wait a minute, which one with the glass? Which one
That
was
was
glass with the glass maker, and he was throwing the marbles trying to see which one was real glass so they could know where to step to.
Oh yeah.
And the guy did him trifling too on that.
Yeah,
because
they turned the lights out, so he
Right.
can't tell the difference.
Yeah,
but also remember they had the tug of war.
Yeah,
one as well.
That tug of war was fun. That was good. That was a good one.
That was a good strategy that they used to win that.
When they all lean back and hold on to the boat. Yeah. And
season 1 was excellent though. I ain't gonna lie.
Season 1 was very good. It's season 1 is definitely a good rewatch again. You can almost go back and rewatch it again.
But also don't forget the cookie one. The cookie
game.
Yeah.
They had to remove the shape out of the cookie without breaking it.
He stood there and told them to do it was his friend who told him to do the umbrella, right? And he should have did the star instead. The star would have been easier.
Or the triangle.
A triangle. The triangle.
The triangle was the easiest one.
Easier one. But his friend set him up. And everybody followed and did the umbrella. Some people ain't make it. It would have been hard for any of us to do that umbrella one.
They said it'd be so funny. Like they said, what you're going to do is you're going to take this cookie and you're going to remove the shape without breaking it, and whoever breaks it will be eliminated.
Right.
And if you don't do it within this amount of time, you will be eliminated. And I think it's a thing of, it's not the fact that it's hard to do; it's the fact that they're on a time limit.
Yeah.
Right.
It's that time thing that always gets them, and things they don't have a lot of time.
They get like 3 minutes or something.
Your nerves is freaking crazy because when they say eliminate, they don't mean you just gonna go ahead by
No,
sit on the side, nah.
No, you sit on the sidelines. No, you really eliminated. Your family ain't never gonna see you no more. You
also got to think with red light, green light. They only got 5 minutes to get from one side to the next. Do you see how big and wide
that field is? Yes.
And how quickly it goes from red light to green light with that head?
Well, that's why he was telling them don't move, and he was putting his hand over his mic. Even if you were talking, you could get eliminated. Yeah. So.
And they wasn't taking it serious. They thought he was playing. I was like, Lord, he saved a lot of them though with that red light, green light.
There's a lot of people still around because of him.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Season 1, I was very much invested, and I had I liked a lot of the games on there. Yeah, because we didn't know anything. So I think that's one reason too.
Yes.
By the time you watching this season, we already kind of know what's going on.
I'm trying to think what all the games in season 1 was red. No, it was red light, green light. It was the cookie one. You had it was the glass, the tug of war. What was the other two? I know the last one.
Tug of war. Let me see. That last one was deadly. It was just 3 of them at the end, right?
It was just 2 of them at the end. That's when they had to fight outside in that squid. They had to fight outside in that squid shape.
Oh, that was after they ate that steak dinner and all that.
The marbles. Yes, the marbles was the other one.
Yeah, the marbles. That was that one with the marbles. A lot of people got taken out on that one.
Oh yeah,
a lot of people.
Yeah, and then and then 4, 5, 6, he called himself trying to play the old man, but the old man was playing him too. So he didn't even catch it.
Yeah, because he went and found him and found out at the end the old man was in on it the whole time. Listen, that ending to season 1 caught me off guard because I'm like, okay, who was this taking off this glittery
I had forgotten all
mask?
about it. That's why I had to go. I'm glad I did my
Because I'm like,
rewatch.
that's not, because I was like, that's not the front man because his mask is black and it doesn't look like that. And then when he took it off, and they showed it was the old man.
And remember,
I was like,
we
are
never
you
saw
kidding me?
4, 5. I mean, not 4, 5, 6. We never saw the old man 001 get taken out. We just heard a pow.
Yeah, you just heard
we
it.
never, So we made the. I just assumed. I was crying when I first saw it. First time I saw it, I was like, "Oh my God, not the old man!" Because they really made me believe this man had dementia. He was sick, and this, that, and the third.
He played that part. He played that part
He
really well.
played
He had me locked in like something was really wrong with him.
I mean, he really was sick and dying, but he wanted to play some games. He wanted.
But he still want to go and enjoy himself. You know, he wants to have.
It's other ways to enjoy yourself. Why you gotta eliminate people? You can still have the game and still pay people money or not pay people money.
That's the fun for them, Inga. They just look at them like they trash. What's up, OG?
Oh, and then hey, OG, you and then also, I don't know if they're gonna see this for this next season 2. Well, it's not really a season 3. It's more like season 2.0. Right?
That's how I feel, right? Yeah,
it's just a continuation of season 2. But in season 1, y'all remember that ending part when we see these rich people with the mask on, and clothes, and what was going on there?
They're gonna have more of them come in too, and I think that's how the spinoffs are gonna come into it.
Yeah, because
those
might be the front men for other locations.
Exactly.
That's my thought process. Yeah. Those might be the front men for other places, and they're coming there to see how that one is ran, because that one, the one we're watching, is probably the main one, and the others they're getting inspiration.
We're gonna see one in other countries.
But that part right there, where because you remember the cop. He was there undercover, he was there in the room with them, and that filthy, nasty, greasy one.
The one that had the head.
Yes. He had the right mask on, the pig, because that's exactly what he acted like and looked like. And he said, I want this one to come to the back with me. I said, I already knew what he wanted him to do.
Said, where are we going with this?
I knew exactly what it was going with.
And go somewhere else. I said, this show is...
Yeah, but you know what's so crazy? But you know what's so crazy is, quiet as it's kept, stuff like that actually really be going on.
I mean, it's called Hollywood, okay? It's called Hollywood. Hollywood.
This is a whole big organization all around the world where they feel like, listen, we can have these people that's less than us come in, do what we want to do to them, and we can have them do these games, make bets on it, make a profit, and take out who we want to take out, like the whole 9 yards. And I was saying to Inga behind the scenes, even though this is on a different scale, it kind of put me in the mind of the guy that we had on Cross and how he had his organization and he was over here trying to be a serial taker, and people paying to see this stuff online.
And that guy had a big organization. It's like everybody in town was working with this guy. So yeah, that's it's all in the same type of thing.
Amina did bring up a good point. I forgot they were watching it and placing bets. They definitely were. That's why when they were looking at
that's what I'm saying.
When they were doing the glass game and they were falling through, they was like yes, because they were putting money on who would fall.
That glass game, now just popped up in my mind. The glass game. Now I know exactly which one you're talking about. When they had to count or something, or they had the it was like the if they stepped on the wrong one, they fell through the glass.
They fell through the glass. Yeah.
I remember that. I remember that. Yeah.
That's why people. That's why
I said this show. I could go back and probably rewatch season 1 all over.
That's why they said. That's why they said whoever was last was going to be the winner of that game, because all they had to do was follow the ones that didn't crack, and that would have been simple for them. Right. But it also, like the rest of them, it was on in a lot of time. What got me though at the end was when they made it to the other side and all the glasses exploded.
Right.
That was nicely shot. How they edited that scene was nice, where all the glasses exploded.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. It was
And
Yeah.
something.
that's how the girl slowly started to lose her life because a piece of the glass got her in her side.
Yes.
And then
Yes.
the other guy and the other guy didn't make it no better because he assisted in taking her out completely.
Yeah. Yeah. That
Because he
one hurt me too. I actually felt bad for her. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, it's a lot of truth behind it. I'm telling you, if you really think about it, it's like, okay, this might have been like,
Yeah. Surviving the game
but
was one of my faves.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
right, yeah, yeah. I mean, they might have been doing too much in here, but if you really think about it, I mean, look at people do all kind of stuff to be in
you know what this
Hollywood, to get in movies and all kinds of stuff,
you
and
know
then
what this also remind me of?
they complain.
You know what this also remind me of? Have y'all ever seen or heard of this movie called Hostel?
Yes. That's one
Oh,
of
yeah,
my.
That,
Listen,
yes,
I got
yes,
all the
possible,
hostage
yes,
tickets.
yeah,
yes,
that's what it reminds me of where they were
yeah.
bidding on
I've seen
so
Yeah.
that.
They
they
don't
could
look at
so
these
they,
like human beings.
where they were bidding on people so they can go torture them.
Exactly.
And
Yep.
whoever won the
Yeah, I
bid
saw
won the
that. I'm
torture.
saying that was,
Yeah.
ugh, that was
That
bad.
was
Yeah.
that was a very disgusting and
That
Yes.
was
perverse
a yeah. I
movie.
can't watch that no more. Yeah, don't even ask me to review it. I'm not doing it. That one
Yes.
was
I love Hostel. It's
yeah.
crazy
That
as
one was
hell,
wild.
but
It was
yeah.
crazy. No,
Yeah.
it's wild. I'm ready
Hmm.
for it. I'm like as soon as they drop it, I'll be ready to watch the next one. I know we gotta wait a few months. That's fine, but
Yeah.
it gives people a chance who hadn't watched it get a chance to finish up
Get caught
watching it,
up. Yeah.
get
It's
caught
good
up.
though.
Yeah, yeah,
It's good.
and
It's definitely interesting, and I like seeing the different, aspects
hmm
Yeah,
of it.
yeah. I like watching. I'm not gonna lie. I like watching to see what the game, the plot of the game is going to be. But and then I sit
Hmm.
on there and say, I'm glad it ain't me.
Right.
I'm
I'm
glad.
glad it is.
I said it's not enough money in the world for me to put myself through something like that. And at the
No.
odds of possibly not making it, nah.
Mm-mm. Yeah, I know. I know. Yeah, I want us to get the story wrapped up with what's going to happen with that detective. I'm very
Yeah.
curious on that.
Yeah.
I want that the guy on the boat to be exposed, the captain of the
Oh
boat.
yeah.
Oh
Oh
yeah.
I
yeah.
want him to
Yeah.
be
They
exposed.
got
That's one of the
exposed
biggest.
too.
And then I want to know what's going to happen with 4, 5, 6. When they ended,
Hmm.
they had him on the ground. They had
Hmm.
him trapped down. He couldn't move. His friend was gone. So yeah.
Hmm.
I wonder if what's his name gonna get exposed. I mean, I'm sure he is. 001. I'm sure he's gonna be exposed
Oh
because
yeah, I think he's definitely going. He's for sure going to get exposed. Like I think,
yeah.
definitely, I think, like I said, his brother needs to find a way to get to that island for sure. But they're going to have to get to that captain first. They're going to have to find out about the captain first in order for them to do it and have him guide because he knows exactly where that island is. So don't take him out because he has the coordinates. Find a way to get to that island, and then we can go
Hmm.
from there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's gonna be something. But anyway, I just wanted to talk about. I didn't even mean to be up here this long. I told you because we ain't gonna be that long. But you know how we get to talking. But I'm glad that I just wanted to talk because it was eating at me. I was thinking about this. I was thinking about this show, and
Yeah.
Good point. I
she
mean, you
said
made a
four or
good
five
point
she's
though.
gonna get out because the front man remember. And,
He did say that. He
wait a
did
minute,
say
he
that.
said what? Because he said when we get out, you can buy me a cup of coffee.
He did say
Yeah,
that.
he did say that. Four
Not as
six
the front
might
man,
get
but he did
out,
say
but he ain't gonna never be the
Yeah.
same. He gonna be messed up.
Yeah.
that. Hmm.
Yeah, he gonna
I wonder if he ever sent his daughter any damn money. That's the least he
right.
could have
The
did.
only thing he did so far as this season goes pertaining to his daughters, he called her, but he didn't say
Right.
anything on the
He
other
didn't say
end.
anything.
She,
That's what I
she
was
just said
saying in the
she
email.
was like,
Like,
And
"Hello."
then the daughter's grown.
She,
She done grew up since
you,
the first season. So
you can tell
mhm.
because her voice sounds a little bit lower, but
yeah, she sounds like a teenager now. Or something.
she even said, "Dad, is that you?" Because she even asked, "Was that him on the other end of the phone?" Her mother
She
said, "Who
knew
is
it
this?"
was
She said, "I don't
him.
know. Nobody's answering the phone." She said, "It's probably a prank call. Just hang up."
Hmm. Oh, I remember. Yeah, going back to season 1 again. The mother wasn't fooling with him.
Mhm.
The mother wasn't having no part.
The baby mother, the ex-wife, whatever she
Yeah.
was.
But no, but the stepdad was so trifling though with what he tried to
He threw
do.
some money at him. He said, "Here's some money,
Yeah.
just go." But uh, but he was like, yeah, he just told him to stay away. He said, "Here's some
Yeah.
money. That's all you want
He
is
thought he
money."
could buy him off, and that pissed him off.
Hmm.
He was like, "Oh hell no," because he was telling him, "I'll pay you back when I get it," and he
But
said,
he
"Nah,
really
just stay
wanted it.
away."
Even though he was in debt, he really needed money to take care of his mother. His mother was going
Hmm.
Yeah,
through it with her diabetes. She was about to lose her feet and all that kind of stuff. So he really,
and now look at him. He got more money than his stepdad. He
Right.
didn't
and then the
fund
mother's
that.
gone. You know, the
Exactly.
mother didn't the mother get pass on while he was in the
Yeah.
game.
Yeah, because remember his friend had came and told him. He said, "I'm sorry, I heard about your mother."
Yeah.
Hmm. So when he come home, his mother was gone. So he couldn't even share no wealth with his mother. So
Nope.
yeah.
And to think he probably wouldn't have it gone into that game if that one girl in the game didn't take his money after he won it at the track.
I know. I know.
Mhm.
Um, they do stole from
Yeah.
his mom. He's the one of those. Yeah, everybody got some problems.
He
Look, we
did.
all got
Oh,
problems, financial or whatever, health problems, something. And we all got it.
Mhm.
Nobody, all of us are exempt from having some type of problems. And financial problems will make people do crazy stuff. But I'm hoping I'm never get to the point where I'm unaliving y'all just to get us some money. I hope I don't ever get to
Yeah.
that point.
I was like, at this
Mm.
point, 4, 5, 6, you deserve what the hell you get.
Yeah,
You just
yeah,
right,
can't go
right.
they literally told him to get on the plane, and then that's when he figured out he has a whole tracking device in his neck.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
He like, how
Hmm.
do they know? He's like, how do they know where I'm at?
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
He told him,
Yeah.
they said 4, 5, 6, don't you come back here, don't try to play
Yeah,
hero.
4, 5,
You get
6.
your
He
butt
need to
on
be in
that
either
plane, and you
plane.
go and
Okay.
you go and you go to your daughter.
What'd you say to me?
Yes, said 4, 5, 6 need to be in them flames you got up.
Right, right. He definitely need to be in the flames. He definitely
Candy
does.
said that 4, 5, 6 was looking for the recruiter for 2 to 3 years. So
I
basically,
know.
Yes.
No. Yes, I
Like he
know.
done spent this whole time looking for him. I just
Yes,
I
I
get what
know.
he's trying to do, but I just don't know how he really thought he was gonna do it in that way.
Right, right, right. Well, y'all, that's all we got. We ain't got no more. Maybe we'll be back and talk about it. We will. I am gonna talk about it when the next thing drops. So we'll talk about
yeah.
it. And uh let me see. Uh, yeah, no, he did not never see his daughter. He still
No,
No,
looking
that's
for
no,
his
what
no,
daughter.
pissed me
no. They're
off.
talking about when
Yeah.
he get. No, she talking about when Amina said he did the same thing with his daughter's B-Day gift to use all the money on a gamble.
Oh yes,
Yeah.
yeah, he did.
That's
And
when
remember,
he
he
ended
couldn't
up
even take,
losing the damn money. Then he got something out the machine and it
he
ended
couldn't
up
even
being a damn toy gun or something. I
he,
child.
yeah,
He was a
a little
mess.
girl a toy gun and couldn't even
Yeah,
buy her no good nice dinner. She wanted like a
Right.
yeah,
steak dinner or something. And he
yeah.
got to get her some.
And
He was getting her some ramen
when she
noodles.
opened it up, when she opened up the gift, and I looked at it, I was like, "Oh, now you know her mother gonna flip out when she see this because it looks like a real
Yes,
gun."
exactly. And he didn't know what was in it because it was
Yeah,
just like a box that came out the machine. But I was just like, oh my God. His mother told him, like, make sure you take her for a nice dinner and get her a gift. I said, child, he was just
yeah.
a mess.
He took her. They basically went to the Korean version of Chuck E. Cheese. Like that's that's literally where they went. Man,
Yeah,
my
he pissed me off. He pissed me off with that. Mm-mm.
Yeah,
I said
yeah.
you making it hard for us to really sympathize with you right now, and we're supposed to because you're trying to make it out to be like your mother does. The mother of your child does not want you to see your daughter, but all
Mm-hmm.
these moves you're making are actually proving her right that you
Right,
probably should be seeing your
exactly.
daughter because you
Yeah,
don't seem to be that responsible.
Oh, he
exactly.
definitely
He
not
wasn't.
responsible.
He
He
wasn't at
definitely not
all.
responsible. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I had to go back and rewatch it because I watched
Mhm.
it. Do you remember that the season one came out during the panorama?
Yeah, that was like
Yeah,
3 years
yeah,
ago, so I remember
It was a
some
while
stuff.
ago. I had forgotten.
Mhm.
I had forgotten everything, and then that's why y'all. I called Tamika. I said, "Look, girl, I'm sorry. I don't mean disturb you. I know you probably busy, girl. That old man made me. I had forgotten about the old man. I had forgotten how it
Mhm.
ended. I remember all the
Mhm.
games and stuff, but
Mhm.
that ending twist that was a big twist. That was
Yeah.
a huge twist with that old man. And
Mhm.
yeah, so I'm glad I did go back and rewatch
Yeah, I think
because
you can watch that over and
oh,
over, and
I
you'll
could go back
yeah.
probably
and rewatch
notice
it
It
something
again.
has a lot
different
of
every
I
rewatchability.
time.
might even
Yeah.
go back and rewatch it again before the next thing drops because I could go back and
Mhm.
rewatch it. Yeah, it's good. It's good.
Yeah.
And I didn't think I would like eating something like this, but this was wild because
Mhm.
I was like, what is this? With all this? Unaliving people. I didn't know what this show was, but everybody was talking
All
about
I heard about when I first heard about this show is everyone kept talking about red light, green light. I'm like, why is everybody talking about this children's game? And I'm like, because I didn't know what a Squid Game was. I kept hearing everybody kept talking about red light, green light. And then when they said Squid Game, I was like, oh, that's where that came from. And then when I finally watched it, I was like, okay,
the
let me
red
see.
light, green light we used to play.
Exactly. And they kept saying, oh, it was so crazy. I'm like, what is so
now.
crazy about a red light, green light? And then when I went and looked at it, I was like, oh, the last 10 minutes, I was like, now I see what y'all was talking about.
And this show ain't for kids. This is not a kid show
not.
with the
It's
that red light, green light, and all that. That sounds cute.
It has kid games. It has kid games in it, but the games aren't for kids.
No, this is not for kids. I mean, the games are kid games, but the unaliving part and all that, that's no. If your kid is probably under 14, maybe they shouldn't be looking at this. You know what I'm saying? It's not for the little children. Yeah. It should be a warning. Well, parents gotta be paying attention to what they let their kids watch. So that's on the parent, not on Netflix. But this definitely should be a warning on there. This is not for your children. So it's something. But we'll be back talking about it. Y'all got anything coming up? I'm kind of not really doing a whole bunch right now. Basically, I'm just
getting ready for the snow.
Huh?
You getting ready for the snow?
Oh, look, y'all didn't see my videos I done posted up out there in the cold. Me going to the store, me going or being outside, I'm all bundled up, looking like the Bomble snowman. Y'all, we supposed to be getting here in the DMV. We supposed to be getting they said anywhere between 5 to 12. It depends on where you live.
I think where I'm at is supposed to be like 8.
Yeah, they said anywhere between 5 to 12, and I guess it depends on if you live more north.
So much in fact that I actually got a text from my trainer that said, due to the weather, training is canceled tomorrow.
Yeah. And kids are supposed to go back to school tomorrow. They ain't going to school.
Yeah, the kids supposed to go back. They ain't going back to school tomorrow.
No, they want to go back to school for a couple more days. No, so the kids will be home.
They already started closing the schools. I think starting Saturday, like yesterday.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Look, it could be a drop of snow, and the schools will close up anyway. But y'all, the grocery stores. No, we're not good at the snow here in the DMV. As soon as some snow come, a little bit of snow, people go crazy. I went to the grocery store yesterday, and I was in the grocery store today. The lines was long. They taking all the milk, all the meat. I was in the store yesterday. I know we off topic, but it was a white woman getting us some over in the meat department. I looked over and she was grabbing 4 and 5 packs of pork chops. Like, how many damn pork chops you eat? You know what I'm saying? I saw all these pork chops packed up in her thing like this. Now, you ain't going to be stuck in the house that many. It's not a blizzard. I mean, come on now. Like 3 and 4 milks. I mean, I don't know how many kids you have, or maybe you having family over, but that being ridiculous. They do too much. We're not used to snow like Chicago or Detroit and a place like that. We ain't used to snow, so we get snow, but we act crazy when it's snow here.
Yeah, I think this might be like the biggest snowstorm this area has gotten in the last couple of years. And I said,
we haven't had a big snowstorm for a minute. Yeah, we haven't had. Are y'all getting snow up in New York, Tamika?
I think they said tomorrow. I don't know how much it's supposed to be. I'm used to it, but I don't want it. I'm like,
I'm still complaining. I'm not a winter person, so I don't never like the winter.
I don't never like the snow.
Yeah, I don't never like the winter, so I don't be wanting to deal with it. That's why I said on my little video I did, I said, look, any of y'all from the warm climate, come and rescue me. Take me to y'all's house.
Barbara said she need to be out here so she don't got to go to work tomorrow.
What's those Barbara? Yeah. Yes. I mean, please come and send me a plane ticket. I would get on the plane and go to over there because I don't like it. You ain't getting no 10 inches. What you talking about, Derry? She ain't getting no snow.
Not in
I know what she talking about. Okay. I know she talking about on power. I know that. People, it's good. But I heard one of my friends live in the Atlanta area. She said they supposed to get some snow too coming up. I think one day this week. And I know they're gonna shut down because Atlanta don't know how to deal. They don't know how to handle
Oh, the
bad
South
weather.
in general is the South.
No, in the South, period, because they don't have, they don't know nothing about what to do. So, yeah, it is what it is. So that's the only thing I'm preparing for. I don't now Detroit and now supposed to be going back and do a rewatch of Snowfall. So we're supposed to be doing that coming out. I think we might do it on the 15th of January, but that date might change. But we are gonna go back and do a rewatch and just do a review on that again. But other than that, I don't know what I have coming
I
up
got
unless
my
ladies
usual
invite me
stuff
to
as long as
something.
my internet don't go out. If my internet go out, then of course
Oh,
I
Tamika
can't
always
do
got a whole bunch of stuff. Go ahead and give your list. Tamika she got it going on. She got
It's
sisters.
the usual things: the sisters, the Fatima, all the Queensmen, and I think the Oval, Love After Lockup, and then Saturday. Hopefully, it's gonna be the birthday trivia night.
Oh
Maybe
yeah,
Friday
we
we can
got that.
party in
Yeah,
the
now I'm looking
because
forward to that.
Friday's my birthday. So
Yes,
we'll
I'm
see.
looking forward to the birthday trivia. Definitely that. Yeah. Yeah. So after that, we're gonna just play it. And then Torian, it's 2025 now. Who does Ginger Snaps need to throw in this fire? Because I know you got a list of people that you already getting round up now. Who needs to go in there? Because we already threw Candace Owens in there. We already threw all these other people in there. We gotta get some new people now. Who we throwing in there?
We about to throw Umar Johnson in the fire.
Oh, not Dr. Umar.
I got a live. Well, I have to do the live next week because I already have my lives already locked up for this week. We're gonna throw Slim Thug in the fire too.
No, he definitely can go. Yeah, he can go. He be saying some wild stuff sometimes.
Waka Flocka Flame can be thrown in the flames too.
Yeah, he can go. He can go. Yeah, he can go. Now, Dr. Umar, sometimes I agree with some stuff he say. There's a lot of times I agree with. I mean, but then sometimes he'll take a left turn, and then I'm like, okay, Dr. Umar, you done lost me now. So
I came across a video earlier today that that you and I probably won't agree with, but I'll talk about that next week.
Okay, I'm gonna try to catch it.
I got a person you could throw into the fire. I'm gonna be talking about them tomorrow. Robert F. Kennedy Jr.
Oh yeah, he's a disappointment. He's been. I'm sure his whole family, especially his mother and father, flipping over in their grave 4 or 5 times over this guy. I don't know what he be saying.
He will be going into the fight, into the gulag tomorrow.
First of all, I just don't even want him to talk because I can't stand his voice. Like, I don't know what happened to his voice. Why he talk like this?
I forgot what happened to his voice.
Something medical happened to him or something, but I just don't even want him talking. So yeah, he can go. But yeah, 2025, I think it's gonna be a rough year as far as these well, I don't talk politics very rarely on my page, but with politics, with celebrities, a lot. I think it's gonna be kind of a rough year, So we shall see.
Yeah.
We shall see. But I appreciate y'all coming up here. It was like I said to me, look to me, would you do anything? It ain't that big of a deal. I just want to come up here and talk about the Squid Game. Mm-hmm. And Sunday actually Sunday seemed to work better for me to do lives anyway than the weekday. So, and I'm glad Tori and you was able. I thought about you, but I said we probably ain't watching this show. I didn't think you was even watching it.
Oh yeah, I was.
I tried to ask you. I meant that, So yeah. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna reach out to you when we come back again for the next part. So.
I wonder what shenanigans gonna be in store for season 3.
Yeah, I can't wait to see.
It's gonna be some shenanigans. It's definitely gonna be some shenanigans, And it looked like just one last thing on this Squid Game. It seemed like 120, the trans lady, she's the one that's actually seemed like she's saving the day.
Yeah, that's what I said. That's what I said. As far as like people surviving, they need 120 to survive. That's why the mother stopped them when they was getting ready to pop off on them guards, because they said, "Look, you're outnumbered. None of us in here know how to use that type of artillery, and all you have are the clips. So yeah, like we need you here."
Yeah.
Man, yeah, she was mad at with the 1388. She was mad at him.
I would have been
in the fetal position. She was mad at him. She made her way back to get to the arsenal, and now I don't know. Yeah, but I can't wait. I'm ready for it to to come back. So we'll see what
Yeah.
happens. But all right, y'all. But I appreciate Tamika and Tori that y'all came in and hang out with me and everybody in the chat, Derry, Candy, West Coast Barbara, Lemon Kush, Melrose, Amina, um, Andre stopped by Tracy. Anybody else I might have missed? I think I might be it. I appreciate all y'all. Oh, OT, right? Not OT, OG, OG.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry, OG. Yeah. I appreciate everybody.
Also,
Uh huh.
one of our favorite shows that came out this year, um, the Penguin. Good luck to them
What you mean? Good luck to them.
because they got nominated for all these awards.
Oh yeah, they gonna sweep
Oh,
up. They
okay,
gonna
I didn't
sweep
hear
up
that.
the awards. Mm-hmm.
Look, if
Yeah,
they hadn't, if they hadn't gotten nominated for anything, I would have
I would
been.
have been pissed.
Yeah.
Yeah, me
I
too.
I
Yeah,
called it
they
down the middle.
deserve it.
Yeah.
I called it from episode 1. I said this show going rack up in nominations just on the first episode. I said I see it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, okay. Well, what about did Fight Night get nominated for anything?
I
I'm
didn't
not.
hear about.
If Fight Night gets nominated for anything, it might be like an Image Award or something, but that's
Yeah,
not until later.
probably.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. In there is image. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Because that Fight Night was really good.
Yeah.
But as far as like, but yeah, that Penguin it deserved. Yeah, it
I
was
think,
really
and the
good.
reason why I mentioned Penguin because I think that was a show that all of us collectively watched,
Yeah.
and
And
we all and
even
loved it, and all collectively liked
and
it.
all collectively loved it. Yeah, and I don't even watch comic book type things, but that's not
Hey,
love.
that's the one thing. That's the one. Speaking of, because I see Derry B's name in there. Derry said, "I don't even be watching this stuff, and I'm already locked in with this. Now I got to go back and watch all these Batman movies." And she started to watch
Right, I know. That's what made me go back and look at that
and you,
the
look at that
Batman.
Batman
Yeah,
movie, and you struggle with that one, but I completely understand because that was a
yeah,
hard
I got
watch.
through it. It just took me a minute to get through it, but but I'm glad I did. It did answer some questions on some backstory stuff. So, but
Mhm.
but no, yeah, Penguin deserved it. So hopefully they win all the stuff. But also too, I was late getting here, but y'all turned me on to Lioness. Lioness was fire. Okay, those I watched seasons 1 and 2. So good. So if hopefully they
Yeah.
get nominated for more stuff, and I hope it's gonna come back, do another season, do the season. They need to do a couple of more seasons. I ain't ready for that
Yeah.
show to wrap up yet.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
I ain't
my
ready
show.
yet. So, all right,
Some good
y'all.
stuff.
Well, y'all have a good one. Thanks everybody
Yeah.
for coming through.